Good afternoon, everybody. On a rainy day, as a lot of you saw, I posted those pictures of the birds that I had taken of my pairings, and I had a lot of people comment about professional blah blah blah, which I appreciate. Thank you. Just as an FYI, I my most of my career, like 30 years of my career, I was a photographer. So I started doing this about 25 plus years ago, taking photos of the birds. I haven't done it in a while. I kind of go in spurts, but real quick, I just want to jump in here and show you. This is something that you can do yourselves. A couple of basic fundamentals is photography is about light. It's capturing light. So if you have a dark dungeon that you're trying to take a picture in, it's not going to come out very well because there's just not enough light. So you have to control how things look with light. The nice thing about our cameras is they're very sensitive, so you don't need as much as you would if you were shooting film. So anyways, something real simple, and I'll turn this around here in just a second and show you guys. And this is basically what I just threw together yesterday based on the way I used to do things. What you need is a good sized cage. The bigger the better, actually. The small cages don't work as well because it's real important. Actually, I'm gonna grab a bird here. I got a couple birds over here I was gonna take a picture of. Put them in here. You can see I got a frontal light source here. I have the white over here for reflecting light, which really helps fill in underneath. And then I have overhead light, and I have light overhead. Ideally, I'd like to have one up in here, but I just didn't feel like doing one. So anyways, this is 1x zoom. This is 2x zoom. I like to be between 2 and 3 when I'm taking the photos of the birds. And you need a little stick. Kind of move them around a little bit. And let me push her over here, get her where I want her there. I like them to be off the wall so you get that separation with the shadow. But you can see the bird's lit real well. It'll be different in photos than it will be with this video. But you can see it lights it up really, really well. And with having a little bit larger cage, you can move the bird around and you can get them to get into that center point, because like with a photo, I want to come in here and I'm going to crop this anyways. So you want to be about 2x zoom. Like I said, I like between 2 and 3. This is 4. This on my camera is 3. So when I get back, this is what your eye sees. This is roughly between 75 and 85 millimeter, which is what the human eye views in. So keep that in mind. If you're in here, you're trying to stick your camera in here and you're going on real wide because you got a small cage, the bird ends up looking really distorted. And it's not a true representation of what the bird actually looks like. So you wanna make sure that you're at least between 2 and 4, and that'll give a good representation. As you can see, if you set yourself up with something just to reflect the light, it'll work really, really well. It's real basic, but it works real well. So anyways, something simple, cage, a couple of lights, get you a couple of reflectors. I have a ton of these colored boards. Don't buy one, buy several, because you can see they get poop splattered on them and stuff. And then once I'm done, let me flip this around. Once I'm done, I use Adobe Lightroom app. I've used it forever. And I'll do a little screenshot here and show you. Like I said, I use Adobe Lightroom. You can see I already have photos in here loaded up already. These were the ones I was editing. But you can import your photos, and then you'll go through and it's like I have a lot of presets that are already set up for light, temperature, different variances. So I can go in and make the adjustments, because the photos that come out of the camera raw are not going to look this good. That's just the reality of it. But you're basically shooting in a raw format. And then you can go in here and dial your saturation and your different colors. You can adjust the different color temperatures. Like I'll go in and select the white and adjust the color temperature on it. And then you can go in and do sharpening. You can do your shadow highlights to bring out more, because, darker birds are darker, lighter birds are lighter. So anyways, you can go in and make all these fine-tune adjustments to make the photos look really, really good. Another thing I want to quickly mention is light temperature. You can see I put a bird in here that has a lot of white on it. And you'll see in the video, without color correction in the video, the white has a yellow tint to it. I also point out about having the stick. You can see how I can guide the bird around in the cage where I want it to be, get it to pose. This bird's not wanting to give me, there we go, give me a little side profile. There we go. But you'll see the white is very yellow. So that's where the post-processing comes in. So you can go in and you can adjust it, adjust the color temperature. Because unless you're going to take the time to do it on your phone, if your phone has that capability, the white is going to be very yellow depending on the temperature. This one light up here that I have, I can adjust it a little bit, but that will throw everything off because the temperature is not the same for the other lights. So anyways, kind of use all the same colored lights. Use the same temperature of light, whether it's 5000K, 5500 is about ideal if you can get it. But anyways, be prepared that if you want the best photos, you're going to want to go into the Lightroom app or one similar where you can adjust the white balance and make that white nice and crispy, clean white, and make the photos look real nice. So I hope that answers some of your questions. And like I said, you guys give this a try. It's not really that hard, especially with the phones. They're pretty forgiving. The one thing you have to have is a lot of patience, because the birds do not like being in the cage under lights, being poked by a stick. So have a lot of patience. And one thing, one little trick I have found for the guys that are going to try this, you pull the bird out. Let me see if I can do this here real quick. You pull the bird out and you put it in, and you'll usually get a pose. Then in short order, they'll start running around again because they want to get out of that cage. So again, you pull them out, put them back in there. Just little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. But anyways, give it a try. It's not that hard, and I think you'll be surprised. But remember, it's all about light. The more light, the better. So anyways, you guys have a good day.